Hi, welcome to another customer self-service video. In this video, we will talk about a lesser known feature in SAP Ariba sourcing called alternative bidding. Alternative bidding is available for all customers who use SAP Ariba sourcing. Alternative bidding is a lesser known feature within the sourcing product suite. What is alternative bidding? Typically, suppliers or vendors have multiple different products which they'd like to offer at a much more competitive price. Due to restrictions of their response on the RFP, they might not be able to offer you an alternate product. It is also possible that the vendor would like to offer you tiered discounts for volume purchases. There could also be instances where the vendor would like to bundle different products at a much more competitive price than individual purchase of items. In these scenarios, alternative bidding can be used. In order to set up alternative bidding, you will need to make some changes to the template and also make sure that you make some changes in your actual event. This is one out of 3 videos where we will talk about alternative bidding specifically. As I told you earlier, there are 3 different scenarios possible within alternative bidding. The first is alternate pricing, where you can configure a process where the vendor would be able to offer you an alternate product at a different price. The second scenario is where you can make it available for a vendor to be able to put in volume tiers so that he will be able to offer you discounts which will be available in your comparative. And the third scenario is a bundling scenario where the vendor will be able to combine 2 different products to offer you a much more competitive price. In this video, we will talk about scenario 1, which is alternate pricing. As a prerequisite, all you need to know is that this will be available if you're using SAP Ariba sourcing. It will be available only for an RFP at this point, and there are some template level changes which are needed. As a best practice, you will need to decide in advance which products or lines which will need alternative bidding, so as to make it clear to the vendor that you're open to solicit alternative bids for that specific line. Provide a clear choice of alternatives as drop-downs in case you have visibility. For instance, if you're looking to buy a printer and if you have 3-4 other printer choices available in your mind, you could indicate the printer model details in your alternative bidding choices so that the supplier will be able to choose an alternate product at a better price. Also, please make sure that when you set up alternative bidding as a part of a template, use template visibility conditions such that you can choose the template for alternative bidding only when you desire to see it. We will talk about this in detail as we go forward. In a minute, we will take a look at the actual system where we will be able to look at a live event on how alternate pricing is configured. See you in a minute. Welcome back. For the next 3 minutes, I will talk about how do you enable alternative bidding as a part of your template. Once we do that, we will then look at a live event where we have the first scenario, which is alternate pricing configured. In order to get alternative bidding enabled in your template, go to your template and edit it. Once you click on edit, go to the rules section, search for the rule which is named alternative. You will notice that there is a rule which says, can participant create alternative responses? Choose a yes and say delegated. There are 3 other rules in the bottom tier. The first one says, can participants create alternative pricing? Choose a yes and say delegated. Once you do this, save your template. Before doing that, also make sure to navigate to the content section. Once you're in the content section, click on your price under your item templates and say edit. Once you scroll down, you will see a specific option where it would ask you whether the term is editable in alternatives. Look at the options and choose the last one where it says editable by owner and participant. Also, there is a follow-up option where it asks you whether a participant can edit the term's primary response. If you choose this to be a yes, then a participant will be able to edit his primary response. If you say no, it will not be possible for the participant to edit his primary response. Click OK and save your template. These are the changes which you need to do at a template level in order to get alternative bidding configured. In a minute, we will talk about how the first scenario, which is alternative pricing, can be applicable to a specific event and how do we take the event forward. See you in 30 seconds. What you see in front of your screen is a live event where I'd like to test the first scenario of alternative bidding, which is alternative pricing. In this scenario, specifically, I'm looking for some safety equipment for my factory. What happens in the first scenario is that I'd like to source some safety gloves for my people at the factory. When I quickly move to the content section, you will notice that I've created one line item for safety gloves. What I've also done is I have clicked on the line, edited the content. I have added a new term and then I've named the new term other options. And what I've also done is that I have provided a list of choices which the supplier can choose for this term. The supplier can now choose whether he wants to provide me a poly cotton glove, a nitrile glove, or a nylon PU coated glove. As I've done with the price term, I have also made sure that this term is editable in alternatives and the participant cannot edit the primary response. Right? This is how I've set up my line for alternative bidding. In this case, I've kept it very simple. I have set up one single line for sourcing safety gloves and I have edited the item terms to include a new terms with my other options. What's now going to happen is that when the supplier logs in, he will then be able to view the line item and he will also be able to see the different options for him to choose from. Right? He will then be able to choose which option he would like to offer me, if at all he has a choice to make. I have invited a few test suppliers of mine and I'm going to float this RFP, and in a minute I will show you how a supplier is going to be able to see this. The supplier has now been invited. The supplier logs on using the link which is used in the invite email. Once he logs in, he reviews and accepts the terms and conditions and the prerequisites. The supplier is now able to see the single line item which I've set up for safety gloves, but he's not able to make any edits because I have chosen that the supplier will not be able to make any edits to the primary response. So what he sees on his screen is the ceiling price which I've set up for him for the line. Once he submits the entire response, only then will a supplier be able to create an alternative response. In this scenario, the supplier has submitted his primary response. Once I go back to the event monitoring window, in a minute, I will see the supplier's initial response which has popped in. I've gone back to my supplier view of things, and now the supplier is able to create an alternative response. Please note, this is an important requirement that the supplier has to submit a primary response before he's able to create an alternative. In this case, the supplier can click on the create alternative and choose create a pricing alternative. Once he clicks this, he will be asked for an alternative name. In this case, we will simply call it alternative 1. He will choose the items for which he wants to submit an alternative. In this case, there's just one line item, which is the safety gloves, and he says OK. Once he does this, he is now free to submit an alternative bid. The supplier can now choose the different options which he can offer from the list of choices which I've provided him. For instance, in this scenario, if the supplier would like to offer me a different type of glove for a better price. For instance, if the supplier chooses he'd like to offer me a nitrile glove at a little lesser price than before, he can choose to do so. Once he does this, he simply submits the response. I'll go back to my buyer view, and in a minute you will see how the new alternative response pops up on my screen. Do note that the new response is titled Alt1, like how we have named it. And once I click on more, I will then be able to notice that between this primary response and his alternative response, there is a difference in specifications. This is how a supplier can submit an alternative response and create an alternative pricing based upon pre-configured options provided by a buyer. Thus, in this scenario, we have now covered the first option of alternative bidding, which is called alternative pricing. In the next video of the series, we will look at how a supplier can create tiered pricing. Thank you. If you have any questions, please reach out to your customer engagement executive, the SAP Ariba customer support team, or your consultant from the Best Practice Center. Thank you.